All right, it's been a minute since I did a video on iOS. I use it sometimes to start ideas, and I just wanted to jump back on here and talk about using Harmony Bloom with ChordJam. Now, I'm not a big fan of ChordJam. There are some aspects of it I like, but what triggered this video idea was um, the developer for Harmony Bloom is coming out with an app, or I should say a desktop version, because I don't know if it's coming to iOS, but it is going to work in harmony with Harmony Bloom, and he's made a thing called Chord Generator. Now, in the past, he made a bunch of Max for Live for Ableton plugins, and one of them was the chord generation plugin. That plugin would trigger random chords. Well, this time he's decided to go back and reinvent that and make it an actual plugin that you could use in any DAW. Doesn't have to be Ableton. And what's cool about that is it's actually going to be similar to what you see in ChordJam. So in ChordJam, if you don't know, let me get a mouse over here, see if I can get, I think this is it right here. Did it connect? Nope. Let's try this. If I can get a mouse on the screen. There we go. So here you can select the chord type, or you can have this button clicked and go random. You can also select the scale, and then you can select the scale note, right? So there's a sequencer in here. The sequencer, if you don't know, is pretty cool. You can outline the chords and how they play. Oh, excuse me. I never use this, to be honest, but I do use these notes down here. I'll show you this in a minute. So on voices, you have different voices, whether you're using the middle octave or using an octave, down or an octave up. And then you can have up to 5 voices playing at a time. Right? As long as you leave this on, it generates randomly what it's going to do. If you take this off, it will lock in whatever chords, and they'll all use the same note location that you see right there. And that's the word I'm going to use for it. The velocity is the same thing. You can adjust the range of the velocity, and the same thing with time. You can adjust the time, like how fast it plays, whether it's strums, etc. And then have that generate randomly within this time frame. So watch as I hit this, pay attention to this area. I'm just going to hit one note. So you see how the changes are smaller? And you can also, I meant to say this, you can also turn one off or just leave them on, and it's going to randomly pick between these inverts. You can also invert it, have it randomly invert. As to which octave it's going to play. I'm going to turn that off for right now. But it's really detailed on what you can do, and it's great in my opinion for randomization. Now there's videos out there that will explain this, so you can see it. You can turn the sequencer off. And what I like about having the sequencer off is now you get a representation of what chord is actually playing. And you'll notice if I just stay on this one note, it's going to give me variations of E, of F, just it's random chords. And the chord type continues to change as you press it. So you can press any of these. So what's cool about that is you could also use Harmony Bloom to trigger these random chords. So what I have here is Harmony Bloom routed into ChordJam, see right there, and then ChordJam's routed into this plugin called Electric, and it's this piece preset I made for the piano. So then I have, this is just reverb, Eos2 ambience reverb, and this is my microphone, so don't worry about that. So now you can just set it up, set your BPM, turn on this, Harmony Bloom will play based on the settings you have. So I'm setting it to randomly generate notes. Now, he is, when I say he, I'm saying Mario, is the developer. He is making this work in conjunction with his app. Right now, I'm just using the fact that I can connect these two in AUM. But he's actually putting a lot of effort into making sure it works in conjunction with each other. So there'll be updates and things you could do. It does have a similar interface as far as the looks and being able to change colors, etc. But I think it's very fluid the way it is, and it has a nice humanization to the chords, the way they play. So he's really putting some energy into it. So I hope you support his apps. Harmony Bloom is amazing. ChordJam is amazing too. It's nothing wrong with either one. They're both good. So let's say you kind of like certain one of these, maybe that you want. So let's say you find one. All right, I like that one. Then I'm going to take that off, and now it's not going to change the voicings. Well, it does turn them off and on, so let's turn that off. Hold on. That's the random one. Let's just find one that we like. I'm going to take this note here and I'm going to move it to the middle and move this one up. So now let's play it now and see what we get. Adjust the velocity. Maybe the timing a little more. The more you adjust the timing, the more natural human. It's almost like your humanization part of it. So you would just have this playing in the back. Then grab yourself another channel. AUM is super easy for this too if you like AUM. Let's go get some drums. You got play beat. That's out there. Or you can use one shot. I'm gonna get a jazz kit that I like. I like that studio Latin one, it's kind of nice. I'm trying to think, what would I use, or what do I want to use, I should say, to trigger these drums. So I'm thinking about not using Harmony Bloom because it's probably not the best choice. Trombos is pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Let's use Atom. Then we'll use Atom to go in there. Launch it. We'll open this. And then we'll just draw in some simple 2-bar beat. Now these notes are starting on C2. So we'll go down to C2. And I need my pencil. I'm just gonna draw in some notes. I actually like that one there. I'm gonna, there we go, that's cool. I like that little roll. See how it sounds. That's not it. Feels like it needs to be over here. Okay, and then we'll put a little, take the rim out of there. Kind of like this. I'm gonna take this off. Okay, so now you could get your repeat tool if you wanted to. Maybe I thought about taking the grid to like a 30-second note. just making up something. It's not a big deal, right? We need some swing though, because it feels kind of like something. Bring that down like around 30. Okay. The hats are a little loud for my taste, so let's see if we can adjust it. I meant to go back in here, sorry about that. Let's see if we can adjust these velocities. Ooh, don't do that. I need to go back to the selector tool. There we go. I want to see if I can get some randomization in these velocities. So I'm going to use that. And I believe if I go to, where is it at? Velocity. Where's velocity on here? Oh, it used to be on here. I'm probably just overlooking it. But yeah. Oh, let me stop this. So if you go in here, there's usually, unless it's been removed for some reason. Oh, you know what? It's under process, my bad. So you can adjust the velocity in here. So we're just gonna do, and you can move it in real time. You'll see, if you pay attention to the notes as I move, the offsets, they change a little bit. And then you can get crazy with this chaos if you just want them all over the place. Perfect, and we'll just go keep. All right, so now we'll press play rather. See what I mean? So now it's like, so process is where it's at, by the way. You can close it back. So pretty cool. If you want a little, there's a little room reverb on these drums already, but you could go like I do. Sometimes I'll add more, depending on what I'm looking for. And I might go with like the ambience one and then turn it down to like 10%. By the way, I think the developer of Valhalla had some work. He worked with this Eos2. So if you get this, you know it's going to be in good hands. Eos2, really good reverb plugin. Probably the one I use the most on iOS. Yep. So see how you can get that going. And the chords are, it should be in, really doesn't matter on this right here. Just make sure you set them in here to what you want across the top. I'm just gonna vary the chords. Of course, as I've always said, iOS don't have any good bass, real authentic bass sounding stuff. It's very limited in that way, but Ifretless would be my choice. I wonder if I hook this to the Harmony Boom. Definitely don't do that. Let's see if we just run MPC, use it for a controller. So I'm looking for more of like an upright bass. That sounds like a jazz bass. Yeah, that is a jazz bass. Acoustic upright. There we go. You can do this on screen. I'm not gonna build the whole song just because I'm just not. But you see, you get the point. So it's a good start. And then of course you need to build from there. One of the great things is down here in this corner says export chord. So if you want to export the chords that you're playing, you can do that, or you can build the sequencer in here and then export the sequence. It's up to you. You can also record these into like Helium or using Atom, depending on which one you have. You could just send the chords out to by creating another track and then route those chords. So let's say you want to route this one, and what you want to do is maybe you want to go like 16 bars. Now I'm just showing you my method. You could do less bars than this if you want. Just showing you 16, right? Create that loop. And then what you do is click record, and it should see, it's a little late. Not sure why it misses the first one. Okay, let's see if we can start over. Yeah, it's still missing the first one. I'll tell you what, let's try this, see if this works. We'll go in here, we'll turn this on, that'll give us a pre-roll. And let's see if that helps to fix it. And it doesn't. For whatever reason. So I'm not sure if that's Atom, or if that's AUM, or if it's something else. But here's the beauty of it. It's recording your chords for you. So if you don't like a certain part of it, you could always erase that part and copy something else and paste it in. Perfect. So you see, I just let it go back around, and now you have your chords. So now you could turn Harmony Bloom off, turn off record, and you have your drums going on that Atom. On this Atom, you got your chords. Turn that click off. I forget about that every time. I forgot to route the Atom to it. There you go. So there you go. All right, so just a couple little ideas on using AUM, Harmony Bloom, ChordJam, One Shot from Clevgrad, Eos2 for your reverb, and then this is Ifretless bass to give you a little jazzy start. You can do this with any style of music too. It doesn't have to be jazz. It's just, that's my preference and what I like to listen to. All right, so that is it for this video. Take what you can take from it, use it in your own workflow, and until the next one, I'm out.